All right, ChroNoSo listeners, YouTube. We are in the middle of ChroNoSo, but we are here live, live-ish, live to tape on YouTube. I'm with my buddy Mike. Mike, Ace, darling. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Ryan? Great to see you again. It's always fun spending some time with you on this platform. What's going on?
No doubt. I'm happy of the friendship we sparked up, and I'm excited to continue to dive to the 1990s. Here we
Nice,
are. So we're in
nice.
October 1990. We're in the middle of Saturday night's main event, in the middle of October, and we're at the end of this forever Macho King and Dusty Rhodes feud. This is a transitional period for both guys as they head out of the WWF, both of them by 1991 in ring wise, right? So this is an interesting thing. Before we jump into the video, any thoughts on 1990 and the Macho King and Dusty Rhodes? That's their year. They've been feuding ever since the Rumble, really.
So 1990, I was a junior in high school. I had a nice mullet. I had a nice mullet going on. I
Okay.
was the biggest wrestling fan on earth. Like that's all I was known for. That's all. Like in high school, I was the wrestling guy. So this was
Yeah.
a huge year for me. I started wrestling in '92. So
Yep.
you figure a year and a half later, I was actually getting in the ring. Macho Man, even when he was a bad guy, I loved him. No one better. I loved his run, his year run with the World Championship as a babyface. Loved it. Be honest with you, Dusty Rhodes. See, because I'm a WWF guy.
Yeah.
I got into the NWA probably around this time, maybe a little earlier. So I didn't know peak Dusty Rhodes. I didn't know Hard
Mid
Times
80s.
Dusty Rhodes. I didn't know Baby Doll Dusty Rhodes and the Four Horsemen. I I knew an overweight guy in a WWF ring against a lot of guys who were much better shape than him, and he didn't get to cut the promos. He got to cut in the NWA. So I didn't get Dusty Rhodes at this time. But fast forward to when I got to watch the old stuff, I totally get Dusty Rhodes, the genius of Dusty Rhodes. Now I do, and later on too. But just at this point, I didn't get it.
Yeah, he debuted on the WWF. He had all the vignettes, the garbage man, the mechanic, all that stuff. As a fan, you're like, obviously you've heard of Dusty Rhodes, and then you
Right.
see him in the WWE. What do you kind of take in as in your high school? And you're like, what is this guy? He's from down south. He's not from the WWF. What is this? What did you think of the Dusty presentation?
Well, growing up the Northeast, bigger was better. The
Yeah,
Warrior was amazing. The Warlord was amazing. Guys who looked like that Hercules, you didn't understand how good Dusty Rhodes was until you go back and you look at the NWA stuff where he was the common man. He was an everyday man who had the ability to, when you had to, talk people into the building. He
yeah,
really could do that.
yeah. Say what you want about his WWF run, but overall, it's been pretty fun. He always elicits a massive reaction, as we'll kind of get into here too. Even though this feud is very long in the tooth, so they had the decent tag match at WrestleMania, and then they kind of did the house show circuit leading into SummerSlam. They had the 2.5 minute match where Sapphire was bought out by the $1 Million Man. And all that is kind of boiling over here, and they're squeezing it out dry here on Saturday night's main event, where they kind of do that. They do the house shows, the pay-per-views, and then Saturday night main event is the kickoff to the end of the feud. So let's jump into the match now. I'm afraid that we're going to be able to watch it, but I'm going to have to take a guess and say YouTube's going to block it, and then I'm going to have to go and block it to get it up. So that's unfortunate, but that's life.
Listen to Vince. Oh, man. I'm a joking. Right. Gosh, man, Vince was great,
No
great,
doubt.
great color guy, great color guy. Just
Volume good for you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, same. The throne. How
Yeah.
about those guys getting the assignment of like, all right, well, you got the top right of Macho's throne. You got to carry that out,
Yeah, you know
and then
what?
it said
No,
too, you got to go earthquake.
yeah, I don't think that was the hard one. I think when Mabel was the king,
Oh,
you saw it in their faces too. Like you saw these guys, the enhancement guys carrying the stuff. Look at Randy's. Look at his gear.
unbelievable.
He invested in his character. If he walked out there as the Macho Man in just a regular pair of tights, he wouldn't have got over as much.
Yeah. So Sherry's been around heavily since with the Macho Man, but you know that she wrestled before, and then she would stick till '93 pretty much with Sean. Rank them: Sean, Macho, and Dibiase with Sherry. What do you think?
Savage, Sean, Dibiase.
Yep. Even though the Dibiase pairing's great, Macho is easy one, but she does so much for Sean, right?
Yeah, she elevated Sean at the time. She really did. Sherry
No
was
doubt.
awesome. Sherry managed me one time on an independent show. It was me with Sherry versus Flash Funk.
What year is this?
Oh gosh,
Mid '90s.
98. He was with
That's
the
awesome.
WWF, so 98.
No shit. That's very cool.
Now what's up with the red polka dots?
I
And what's up
think
with that hat?
I have the figure. I meant to grab it, but I have it. I don't know why they did it. I really don't. I want to look into it, but I don't know. If anyone knows, leave it in the comments. Look at how young Dustin looks, man.
Oh gosh, it looks great. Yeah. This is the Oktoberfest. We have the food fight.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I'll show you what a nerd I am. It was Hogan and Typhoon or Tugboat versus Rhythm and Blues, I think, on this show. I could be wrong.
Yeah, so we're halfway through it, but before this was Demolition versus Warrior and Legion of Doom, and then this is the second match.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Hogan Tugboat, Rhythm and Blues, Texas Tornado versus Haku, Slaughter versus Coco Beware.
Right.
And then the Oktoberfests pretty much just filling it all in.
It was the Heart
so
Foundation.
Yep.
It was the Heart Foundation, Orient Express. The guys loved being on these Saturday Night's Main Events because not only did you get a paycheck from the WWE, you got a paycheck from NBC as well.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, you get double the payday for a Saturday Night's Main Event.
For wrestling or for backstage stuff or both?
Oh, if you're on TV, you're getting paid.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's very cool.
You remember when they do like 3 hours or 3 different TV tapings here, and then you tune in Saturday morning and that Saturday Night's Main Event banner would still be up there? Remember that or no?
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then they would have the headlocks for hunger in like '93, Ico Pro. But yes, they would not. I wouldn't nowadays. They would just go up and flip them, or they would have a way to do it like you could just pull it down or something. Back in the day, it's just up there.
Sherry's so good.
Yeah.
Sherry's so good.
What'd she manage you for that night? How'd she treat you?
Oh, she's sweetheart.
Yeah,
sweetheart.
Seems it really does.
She could work. She could take bumps. She could talk. And she never she never stole the heat. Like she never took away from Macho Man. She enhanced Macho Man. You know what I mean? Some managers just try and get themselves over.
Yeah, she felt like she was very into the Macho Man, into DiBiase, into Sean. It wasn't about her. It was about enhancing them. So she, student of the game, knew her place. I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
How old is Dustin here?
90?
I'll look it up.
Gosh, what's he, 20? 21?
I'm sure they say it.
Can you believe he's still wrestling?
Yeah, in AEW, and he just signed a brand new deal. Crazy, right? He just signed a brand new deal where he was maybe rumored to go to the WWF, but they paid him quite a bit. I think he's linked it with his training as well, right? So that makes sense.
Sure.
Roddy, best side of Sherry I've ever seen.
What do you think of Roddy as a commentator?
Better wrestler.
Yeah, I thought so. I didn't think he was bad, but it wasn't. I'd prefer a Jesse over a Bobby.
Well, he's in a bad spot having to replace Jesse on the fly here, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Piper's peak is 84 to 86, right? As a wrestler, Piper Pitts, so on and so forth. Because he's really the first one of the Piper Pitts, Brother Love show, stuff like that, right? So
This is great. This is great.
Yeah, this is awesome.
This is great. Man, the character development back then, you knew who everybody was. You knew their character, you knew their moves. They all had a unique look to them. They all had unique gear. Not anymore. Now it's kind of like more cookie cutter, but everybody was so different back then.
All right, so
they took time.
Yeah, no doubt. It was very, very colorful. right? And they haven't even really introduced the neons yet of the New Gen era, right? But it's still very colorful, in your face, memorable for sure, everything they do. All right, so Dustin debuted on September 13th, 1988. So he's been wrestling for 2 years, and he's 56 years old, so so he's 21.
Okay.
He's 21 here.
21.
Crazy.
Man. Is Cody alive?
Yeah, Cody's my age. So he was born in 85.
So Cody was what? 5 here?
5 or 6, yeah. As was I. This is one of my first ever memory is $1 Million Man SummerSlam 91 on my father's bed watching his promo before his match.
Wow.
That's my first memory that I can remember. And that and Andre in red trunks, which I assume was a primetime wrestling somewhere, somehow. I don't know. And then I remember Jameson from a primetime wrestling too.
That's my buddy.
Yep. I know. Is that out yet? Yeah, Jameson's out on the now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, actually, Jameson was on years ago, but I did something with him live at 90s Con.
About a month ago. Yeah. So.
Look at the way Randy gets in the ring. When he gets in the ring, he kind of jumps with both feet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? When he goes to get in, he jumps with both feet at the same time. You know what I'm talking about? He just did it.
Peak
On the
athlete.
outside him through the ropes. Like, that's hard to do. He does it every single time he goes into the ring. Yeah, I don't know how he doesn't trip.
I can't believe even in his later years he would never became a trainer or anything. If he was a little bit younger with this performance center, right? If it would have just been perfect, right? He would have put maybe even be in the Shawn spot.
Yeah, but you got to figure these years that he was on top, those were big money years. And then WCW, big money years. I don't know if he some guys don't want to get back in the ring. They're just hurting too much. I don't know how he was physically.
True.
And plus, Randy's more of a private person. I don't know if he want to go out in front of people and train.
Yeah, that's a good call, right? Yeah, Shawn, I can see Shawn wanting to do it, but just from a athleticism and knowledge of the business and just doing everything in the business, I can see Randy being perfect for that spot. But I guess your personal side probably means a little bit more. Because in his blood, his father was a promoter and probably trained him, right?
Yeah, his father, his brother.
Yep.
Lanny Poffo. What a worker Lanny Poffo was too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He was great.
Dibiase.
Danny Davis? That's not Danny Davis. I was gonna say, who's that ref?
Dibiase's gear kills me.
Yeah.
Is that Tim White?
No, it's not Tim White.
No.
Tim White's a great guy.
Oh, I don't know that guy. I don't know that ref. That's not Shane. No.
No.
He's too old to be Shane. Oh, great bump. Macho. Now, I've been a seat filler before for the WWF.
What happened?
How do they did that before? Because when you're a seat filler, you just go to the seats until someone takes them, right? And then you just go out in the back until they need you, right? I'm curious about
Were you a seat
did
filler?
that with the front row, because they would want to sell those tickets nowadays. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah, but what's worth more money? The Saturday Night's Main Event on NBC or the Live House 10 seats? I don't know. That's a good question.
Back in the day, Saturday Night's Main Event for sure. Now both. Greedy fucks.
And they didn't seem like actors. It seemed like legit like kids in the front row.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Oh,
Macho's creating a lot of the movement in this match.
Every move he makes, he throws everything, all his body into it. Look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
Hand from...
Yeah.
Oh, great. Look at Dustin, man.
This is great. Look at the camera angle there. In the background, we can see Dustin get beat up, but Dusty can't. Like, just the directing on that shot.
There it is. There's the play job. Boom.
Was it that, or was it the chair?
Oh, there it is. Oh, you can see it right. Did he do it right there? They didn't catch it.
He doesn't get a lot of blood, I don't think, does he?
I think it's a pretty good gusher, if memory serves me right.
Let me see.
Oh, Macho still wants some.
You know what that does to your what that must do to your knees night in, night out. And his finish too. His finish wasn't a sleeper hold. His finish was an elbow drop. That takes a lot out of your body.
Landed on your hips every single time.
Let me see. See the blood.
There it
Oh,
is.
yeah,
Blonde.
okay, yeah.
He's got the blonde hair, man. Man, I love this. Dusty as the
Yeah.
father, right? What a great
Yeah,
introduction.
covering him.
Yeah.
I remember one time too. He goes, "My boy, my baby boy." Like that's emotion, man. Like this is believable. He's being a human shield for his son, man. This is like great stuff, man.
Yep. Great.
Great
And this will go all the
emotion.
way till January until Dusty gets out. Look at this. Look at I think I had that as a TV table for dinner. I think that's what he hit him with, a
Pretty,
TV table.
man. See, look, Dusty's. It's like you can tell he's mad at himself for letting this happen. You know what I mean? Like there's so much emotion going on in this picture.
Oh, he knows to get that blood all over him as well. He ain't dumb. You know what he's doing.
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty good.
Really.
Maybe the blonde hair definitely enhances it. Maybe it's not as good as a gusher as I thought, but yeah, it's still very memorable.
And Vince is so good, man. Vince is just Sean Mooney too. Like everybody they had in this time frame was so good at their job. Sean Mooney was great. You know, everyone should. Vince,
Yeah.
Piper, everyone knew their position so well and did it so well. Man, I miss these days. Miss these days.
This is hence why they call it the golden era.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah,
So,
man. That's for sure.
That's this part of ChroNoSo. Mike, what's going on in then and now? What you got cooking?
I don't know when you're gonna drop this, but
Next Saturday.
I don't. What's that?
A week from it's
Okay.
9 days. So next Saturday.
I got a lot of content still. Got my Berserker interview going to drop soon. That was interesting. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. The man is very interesting. Great guy, though. John Nord. God bless him. Love him to death. Funny guy.
Was there a lot of husking?
No, there's no husking. I have an interview with Colt Cabana I'm going to post soon.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to think. I got some content in there. I don't have anything coming up soon. A lot of guys told me yes.
I just watched was the Mark Merrill one.
Yeah, go watch if you're watching this. Go to Wrestling Then and Now right now and watch my full 20-minute interview with Mark Merrill. Great time, great guy.
Well, you know, Mike, I'm going to link it right there, so go check it out, guys.
Awesome,
Mike. This is fun as always, buddy. Thank you, pal.
Yeah, man. We'll see you soon.